Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Sorry for yesterday. Interruption for yesterday. I did a bit of headache, needed to sleep. Anyway, um, just back into the same trick. So, what happened yesterday is it fell actually the vocals. It actually worked. Like, other than that, it's just like I'm trying to add an AI which will actually execute all the using voice command. So it's like in cases if you want to use this, you will have actually in some cases to get site either type in the Python command using the Python within the project itself. Over here, if you scroll down, you will see that it added a file path with the project. So for those who would like to know what's the difference between this and using Python, usually there is a huge difference because within this package over here, or you can say this system, it will allow you actually to have packages. Like for example, let's say you would need a version, for example, of request. You would need a certain version of request on a specific script, and another script you will need another version which would not be possible to install in the same environment in some cases. Well, with this system, you will actually be able to have a second request or third request depending on how many versions. So there is no limits. So you can install all requested versions and use them within multiple scripts within the same file. And the logic is simple and easy. So you have the first version, which would be actually installed, which would be request one. Once you add a second version and you package JSON, you will have, for example, another request. So it would become a request. This is our first package. So if we want the second version that we have over there, we just gonna go to the package, first read what type of request it is, and you're gonna see next to it has been imported as a second request too. And you can have a request depending on how many versions you have, and you can use them within the same script actually, which is a cool thing. That's mean you have the first one, the second one, the third one, and you can use those packages in the same page if you wish to. You can send a request by this first, and then the second one by this one, and the third one by this. It will still work because it executes the function with that package and then finish with that function. Then it can go to the set as long as they are like each one is being used separately. That's perfect. Even with the same script, wouldn't be causing issues. So let's review the installation back then, because right now what I'm doing is like I'm setting up an installation. So when you're gonna be downloading this from GitHub, actually just download files over here without folders. The folders are typically once you start setting up your environment. So I'm missing a step file. Let me see, I can still get it from one folder here. So we're gonna remove the package because we don't. So once I run the setup, it will actually run into the machine first, look for so now it's done. we click over here, continue. Now if we click Python, oh yeah, I don't know why it's asking me for the license. We did this small issue. The script is running into base. It's supposed not to have. Why we got that issue of license? If you see over here, because I still have Conda, this system runs without a without an NV environment being activated. That's the cool thing about it. So in all, make sure you don't have any NV activated because mobile by itself creates its own environments and its own type of environment. So once we activate, I made a mistake. I was trying to put A, I put a E, I put an A. Let me just clear all this first. Then let's init our project. As you're gonna see, it's gonna run smoothly now. I forgot actually. We still need to activate the set first. Still need more coffee, sorry for that. My antivirus is actually interfering with the process, which is normal, but let us do it like this first. Need to create a CLI. Just note dependency are not being added or built. So if you check over here, you just note text of dependency in arrays. And that's it. Top level. Okay, now let's init the project. So the init, as you can see, once you init, that's gonna happen to the files. It's just gonna get organized inside, and inside here, as you can see, it's saying move into model, move into model. So it gives you a description of the how they are organized. So if you want to modify anything, you can just drop inside models and you can see them over here and edit whatever you like. And now what's happening, it's installing packages because inside this model of MOA, we have a pre-built CLI, we have a pre-built panel and a pre-built AI coding, which we will change the interface sooner. I'm just like putting it in just view model so I can get function working. Then we're gonna restyle it and make it look more fancier. And the AI actually is able to read backlogs. It can start a project with you. It would use the same strategy as Angular, creating a file goals and then checking the goals, running through, making sure that it has a structure in each request, getting back the structure. So everything is organized, and then writing description, function parameters, so on, making a backtrack of the entire goal of the process so it can actually work efficiently. And the logic, we have gonna correct the function. Seems like that was a mistake. So what I'm gonna do is pip install target solve. Instead of actually giving it that, I'll give it the correct location of the folder target, straightforward. And or actually no, it should be, yeah, it should be the target folder in both cases. So let's try first. Code. I got it working yesterday in matter of it can listen to the speech, but I was trying to get it to speak. Let's start by so the MOA system has a GUI. If you call a GUI, you should get a GUI like this, which actually would be the packages that you have within your system. You can remove them from here if you don't want to write commands. You can actually add packages from here if you don't want to use the panel. Just install no dip, skip dependencies, and so on. Also, it's equipped with an AI, as I said. If you just write MOA code, you actually get this mobile AI running. And now I just need to check if that's what happened, because Bay Audio has no attribute. The issue, it's not that it's actually working. If, for example, I can show you right now what the issue, we're trying to make it do that automatically instead of manually, because manually it's not helping. Now, if I do more code, and right now if I click toggle, okay, seems it says pay have no attribute of pay. Oh yeah, because it need actually pay. So the correct installation would be this one over here. Mm. try first to pip install. Let's remove those silently and so we're trying to install it into Python, our local folder package. Now we get the parallel main directory. Okay. So our problem was caused by Rust. So let's first, because we're gonna update this function, we try only to find the right that would get us the function to about this is unopened properly. Let's find the correct link again. This one also fine. So save this one over here. Well, one give us oh, it's the same function over here. It's pip minus pip. It's What's missing? So click install. So its problem is the function should be this one. So we're gonna select functions. We're gonna pull by install first. Then also we're gonna. I think what caused the problem actually because I'm having it over here too. So let me do have this function. Let's test it. And to modify the family. Just let's check first now the model. Will they give us the same issues with the font? Yesterday was fun. Yeah, now it's working. So now it listen, get the words, type them, post them to the AI using local models because I'm using LMs, OLAM. So it's posting it to OLAM. I'm using Quinn at the moment. So Quinn is still thinking about a response. And now we're just gonna wait for Quinn to because the first request, because it's a local model, it takes time to load. Now, great to hear that. I see everything else. Okay. Now, the part of listening is working. Only the part of talking, that's where what we are missing. So, good news is the model is working for part of listening, which is the good news. Now we need to move forward to make it talk, to hear a voice, you know. And then move into code. Already actually made it a lot of work. That's why, because I had it models built already in some other projects, so I used them back over here to simplify the work, which mean I didn't have to go through a lot, just need to fix installation setups and that's all. Let's see if there's any comment. All right. So our AI model is over. Let us make everything functional in the AI model and then the packages so we don't have to go through all things again. So for AI, I think the problem was yeah. If you notice, even the model now would run more faster because the model is already loaded. So the best thing I should do, or if you should do, to make this more efficient, it's actually not running it through the software, meaning not running the. So what I'll do is first, because my computer would be consuming too much, make sure if you have also Copilot or Microsoft or any softwares, just put them down. What I prefer in Olam when using it, actually, I find it more better to use it as a terminal than actually use the software. Let's open a code panel and one which PowerShell. So, so what does happen over here? It's serve and it keep the last model running, so we don't have a lot of delays, which is a cool thing. Well, if you run it in the software, it's just gonna process the request and then close down the model so you can have a free working. Well, if you keep it as this, it's keeping the model open until receiving a request at a certain timeout will close the connection. So, just one sec. Is the TSS engine did not recognize? we get these two packages, then we're gonna create a function which actually will do just those installations, pass them through exactly as we have put in them in here. Now let me just double check. What was the response? Didn't give us so this one I don't have. Let's rerun. Here's the response. Oh yeah. So how to fix this? You're just gonna toggle this, look for this, remove them first, and then at the end to close this one. Otherwise, it would not work. So you open this and you close it from here. Once you get it completely here, you go in share system error packages. And let's try the fourth one. Let's fix the installer. So actually, it's still gonna be. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna repeat again. The base. What's been added is just to check, actually, to check on the installation if they are being added or not. So I'm not gonna be doing the first step. I'm just gonna skip that. Straightforward. Now we're gonna see over here if it finds onto the start. I've been fixing recently, like outside of the model, which doesn't fit the requirement. It needs to be like fixed on the installation. So I don't know why. Like it's the same command I use today, actually, exactly. This is a bit of the explanation of the project. Let me actually drop you this in GitHub. Let me see if I have GitHub disk. No. I'll be dropping the previous version if someone want to see it. It's still not yet correctly, but I'll be adding other versions too. So since I'm still working in this one, not yet finished, so I'm just gonna release now the one from yesterday. It's also working, but doesn't have future AI yet built on. Let me just look for. I'm just downloading the GitHub desktop. So the project is let's do refresh. Okay. No, over here we said more script. If you see over here more and usage. So there are admin if you look over here. So usage. So what we will be adding over here, we will add it. So extend just run code. No. So yes, it is working. So So installation is perfect. Now we need to see if voice would be returned back. Now we're gonna need to swap this off, otherwise it will still be picking the voices. Now let's look at the installation. I think I seen a warning sign somewhere. Yeah, that was a warning sign. Uh, the warning sign was, yeah. So let's fix the audio function because it's causing a lot of problems. Now let me again. I'm gonna select these two packages folder first, delete them, then put back this at the back. Let's see again if this time. Okay. So cheers, the cheers have been passed through. I think this is the Mongo that actually do the TSS, do the talking part. So it is due to two things. Either audio over here is being installed and working. Now, good news that we got it inputting. It's just a matter to test. I'm gonna import a package and try to do a Python file. And we're gonna check entirely everything before we run. So this is what happened unexpected. So, oh, that's a good news. It is a good news. Only speech recognizer. So, other than that, everything's perfect because speech recognizer is should be speech recognizer. Now, let's review back. Okay, let me fix that one over here so we can get the speech recognizer working. Import. So if we put our packages and over here you will see that we have put speech recognizer as that. But in my packages, default packages, yeah, put it as this. Let's try again. We still have an issue with that. One more package, unexpected. So we still have is here, which is good. Now let me see, DR is here. Now let me import back the model. Let's recognize it. So we do have one issue that the model is there, everything is there, but recognize it is not there. But it is working. Don't know. Ah, now it is actually working. Uh, now if I do code, okay, let's test if the output go through this time through the command that I type in the whole code over here. Got a problem with the slash. Yeah, this is gonna be testing the model, playing the model for us. So it's gonna load to the model, send the speech. We should be here, but now here we got the I tested this. It was reliable, but now it's not. We got a teeth, yes. We got a teeth, but we didn't get a speaker. First context. I'm gonna remove the entire thing. Oh, let's put it back actually. Oh, then it's the dollar sign, which would be given as a prop. So easy. No, but actually, I should. Also try again. this is where it work because I never should add this part. Actually, they should be all together at the same time. Sorry. So this too, it actually allow it, otherwise it would not work. Suggesting them seems like properly the thing's working. So let's give me one see. We have A32 is the latest version. But our speed says it's pass through, but I'm removing folders, rebuilding again. It says it's done. It says it's done, but model Python com. Another model missing. And now it should be successfully printing. Alright. Environment set packages, it's still the same issue. Strange. Add an object speaker, each hello PowerShell.
Hello from PowerShell.
Okay, it worked. Mm, Hold on. TSS. This one over here. We're changing the engine from S3 to using PowerShell command engine, the pre-built version within the window itself, so we don't actually waste too much. We do now. It's actually TSS engine, but using the PowerShell command to communicate. That's what we're doing. Let's clear this. No. Okay, everything is in here. Now let's toggle more and see if. Hey there. Hey there. If we check packages, let's go from the current content. So I think I still actually have him. 1, 2. I think it's the audio manager, which actually is old. So it's let me give this more space. And put it back. And let's see. Should be working. Hey there.
Conversation mode activated. How can I help you?
How are you doing?
Hello. How can I assist you today? Sorry, I didn't catch that. No speech detected.
All right. Thinking about. So let's try to make it give us a description. What is capable to do. Actually, I should be sharing with you the screen. Sorry, I'm not seeing the entire screen yet. So here it is. Bear with me. Hey guys, how are you doing? I just seen the chat right now. My apologies, my apologies. We're back again. So it may take a bit because Quinn is a little bit huge model, 9 GBs, so processing may take a while. So Quinn is still processing? Yeah.
How can I assist you today? I can help with Python projects, install packages, edit code, debug issues, or manage project structure. I didn't catch Just that. Let me know what you need. No speech detected. Sorry, I didn't catch that. No speech detected.
Now the issue is like there is the background noise which we're gonna need to handle. There is many tricks, but we're gonna try to create a voice recognizer which take the AI voice and filter it out, and whatever outside of that it's actually the command. But we will do that later. So at the moment, let's retry again and see if things work properly as expected. So yes, code. Sorry.
Conversation mode activated.
Hey
How
there.
can I help you?
Hey there. What can you do? We're gonna add a frame to listen before closing the lessons because I think that I have, let me see, a function created listen, which I have listen loop. Now within the listen loop, we're gonna do a manager running, will running, and give it a text AI 500. So append, no speak, lower voice,
Hello. How can I assist you today?
what can you do? Could you tell me how could you assist me in what can you assist me in? So hey everyone. Oh, sorry, I was not seeing the chat. Right now I'm seeing the chat. My apologies. The issue is like I need sometimes when I'm focused on like trying to figure out what was the issue without having to actually ruin the entire structure. My apologies. Now I'm seeing the chat. I would suggest to check. Yeah, I'll do, bro. What are your goals, bro? I said the goals were easy. The goals were actually we're gonna build a multi-project, but in order to do so, I need to create a system which will allow me to facilitate the process of building that. So I had to create a system which will reserve the problem of the conflict so I can go through the project and build it. And when I was trying to build that system, I got another idea to add and include an AI which will allow me and assist me with the debugging and modifying the code. so I don't have to wreck my head with this with the other stuff. And now we're nearly finishing the first package, so we can dive in and create a multi-series package. I have already pre-built project, but the entire folder is like 120 GBs, which seem unrealistic actually.
Error. HTTP connection pool. Host equals localhost. Port equals 11434. Read timed out. Read timeout equals 120.
So it is the request taking longer time. And also the noise, we're gonna need to check that too. The AI model has a chat bot where actually you can write and it can send requests and get response in the chat mode. You can actually view code, open files, share file with the AI, and the AI will run the script and fix. You will see over here goals.
Could you please clarify your request? Are you looking to install a package, create a file, modify code, or need help with something else in your MOA project? Let me know and I'll assist.
Uh,
Sorry, I didn't catch that. No speech detected.
okay. Still need to do a little bit of adjustment, but it is there. It is there. Like as a startup from starting from scratch where we had many issues, now resolving the issues, reaching to a certain point where it's nearly there, we still have to do some bit of things over here, a bit of change into listen and a bit of change into speak, because it seems like it's passing the message. I didn't hear clear, I didn't that, and also we're gonna add a bit of frame before closing the voice. So we're gonna add like a 4 seconds or 5 seconds extra, or let's say 5 seconds after the last sentence, which is enough time actually for a user to stop speaking. That's mean he's finished his clear idea or clear thoughts, and then closes the request. Otherwise, and we're gonna do a stop. So we stop the AI from talking with the user speaking. So we will look at this in the afternoon. I still gonna need to go to do some shopping and stuff for home, and after that I'll be back in live to continue down. But before I go, let me share with you this, and you can go and test it in GitHub. Let me know what do you think. But I'm not gonna recommend using the AI right now. It's still not yet prepared. You know what I mean? You can, if you want, you can update the file later on. You can have the package right now, run it, see how it's working, and then we can check. And you can let me know in the chat if the package have if it's running properly or having any issues. Okay, give me just 1 sec. I just gonna need to put my okay, no need. So I would actually need to install this one, but download GitHub for desktop. Let me sign in. So let me just first of all, let me create, and let's call it Moa. So chat, any one of you have a name? Drop it right now, and I'm gonna pick from the chat. So who's lucky enough to add a second name to the three first letters? So any one of you here wanna contribute? Let me see if there was someone yesterday who said it's support. Seems like no one is here, but what I'll do is I have the first one of you over here tagged as first. So I'll use his first letter. So in the future, if you are using and you're asking how the names have got picked for the package, just acknowledge that it's actually from the chat. First letter of each name of each person of the three first. All the let's put all of you together actually to not discriminate. So we will start by first, going down to the fourth, and going down to the last. So the first letter would be A, the second would be E. Okay, and third would be P. Fourth would be X. And the last would be D. We're not gonna initialize nothing. GitHub, ignore license, MTA license, and create. So open in VS Code. So this is our file. Now I'll give you the recent updates. So let me just make sure that I'm getting you the right files. So we're gonna have this one and this one over here. That should be it. Those are the packages. I'm still gonna have to remove the license from here since I have it already here. And let me just, yeah, that is my license over here. So let me add one more thing since by let's see, before I go, I'm gonna have a move folder which I'm gonna need to rechange the name. So this is how you actually, if you want the easy way to make a repository, like to post your repository and make it publish in GitHub, it's like actually using the desktop instead of the commands. I find it more easy, like you don't have to do much, you just click this few buttons, it's publish. Yeah, you just publish the same library, and here you go. Now, we went to GitHub, we still have one more procedure, otherwise no one will get access to that repo. So you go to your account, go to your repository, and then you will have to go to your project and then go to setting up the project that you added, which is this one, which already got picked from my desktop. As you can see, this is the README file that I had. It's already pre-made, saying to you everything that you would need to be doing. We just may gonna need to add one more part, so later on. Well, let me see right now. We may get it from here. But anyway, I think I have it already added into the new function over here, so you don't have to wreck your head with that. So the README is over here already set. So as you can see, it's private. No one could access it. So make sure when you want to publish something, make sure it's change visibility to public. So you can have access, guys, and enjoy it. No, I just gonna do one more time test. Just make sure that you don't gonna need to go through the hustle of stuff not working or something like that. This is because of this file being twice, so we just gonna go here, move. So each time you're gonna start a project, you're gonna start it with those folders with these files in it. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a project. So the idea is like just to have these four files, those files over here, and just to run them. Just in the beginning, you're gonna have to run the boot, which actually doesn't gonna do nothing because it's not gonna find Python. It's gonna try to obtain and then create a script builder, which is not gonna be used, but it's just we're gonna trick the system so it can read the MOA command. Otherwise, it would not read that MOA command at all. Then, once you have it already set, if you click just MOA, let's do code. Sorry, it should be MOA init. And I think if you just do MOA init, it's also working. It should give you a list of your Python, and then you have to choose what Python version you would like. Otherwise, you can take a shortcut and just put it like I'm gonna be putting it MOA init and then dash Python dash the version and just straightforward. So what it's gonna do, it organize the folders, going inside over here, drop in the package of Python. So it's gonna run into this folder, not outside, not located in C, not having that, but having a version of that particular project that you have. And then it's gonna go through the installation of the packages of the GUI, which they're gonna be using the GUI and also they're going to be using the AI model. And then you can add packages on top of that for your project. Also, the AI is equipped with the no remove mode, meaning if you're gonna have to create a new script in that, the AI doesn't have possibility to remove for you files. It can edit the files, but it cannot remove them. Also, it keep a history of the file. So if something happened during the process or anything, you still have a backtrack in a backup. Because I know how they call it, Cloud AI actually delete many projects. So this one over here is pretty much sure wouldn't be deleting nothing. And for the link of our app, let me see if I may be able to manage. I think I cannot edit the description, but let me put it to you here in the chat in case you want to check it. You just gonna put this link over here, but since it will not allow me to paste the link, so starting from github.com, so you just add github.com to this, and it should actually take you to the, for example, I'll try it for you so you can see if it's working. So GitHub, and you paste the last part, and it should drop you to this. This is the repository that you're gonna be finding everything inside of it. Also, don't use this folder, it's supposed not to be there. Let me just go and check. Okay, it seems because I have rebuilded it to test, but I'll be putting it back in a few seconds. So let me just retest now code. Now code should be working no problem. TSS, we're not relying on that because it's actually toggled using the PowerShell. So from that part,
Conversation mode activated.
as you can see,
How can I help you?
you should get the same result as this, you know? Also, make sure that you have your local models. As for me, because I have local models, you can also, within here, you can change your AIs. So for example, if I don't want a Qwen seems like too much taking time. So you can select from here, depending on what you have, what's your computer capabilities, what's your GPU, you can use any model which you prefer. As you can see, Qwen is 9 GB, that's why it takes a while to get just a response from it. A more faster, we can use Google AI, which now become payable, but we're gonna use just the 9 billion model. Hey there.
Could you clarify what specific result or behavior you're referring to? Are you trying to replicate a particular task, code output, or project structure? No speech. Provide an example or describe the expected outcome so I can assist accurately. No speech detected.
Now it's tricky because option 1, I can deactivate while he's speaking, but if I do so, he may say some stuff and I may not agree with, and I need actually to stop it, say like stop or something. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's just the models now. Let's check what's happening here. Is it loading the new model? Yeah. So what happened now? It is actually loading the new model. We give it a bit of time. So the first ones over here were Quinn.
It seems like you're asking a question but haven't finished it. If you can provide more details or clarify what we need to know refers to, I'll be happy to assist you with that information within the context of managing your Python project using MOA. Are you looking for information on how to perform a specific task in MOA, instructions on setting up your project, or something else?
What is MOA? Who made it? What is its purpose? We need to close back the frame, expand the frame before closing, because it seems to me that the frame it's not too long. So if you just stopped for a bit to breathe, it will stop and you would not finish the sentence. So also pronunciation, make sure that you pronounce things correctly. I'm sorry, my accent is a bit sometimes MO would sound to the machine like I'm saying a W. I think not just me, most of non-native English.
The term mower typically refers to a machine or device used for cutting grass, often in lawns or gardens. There are several types of mowers. 1. Reel mowers. These are traditional mowers that use sharp blades mounted on a reel to cut the grass. They are quiet and do not produce emissions but can be more physically demanding to push. 2. Rotary mowers, commonly used in residential lawns. These mowers have one or more spinning blades. Understood. You would like to use native English in our interaction. Let's get started with any assistance you need on your Python projects. You can tell me what tasks you want to accomplish or if there are specific issues you're facing. I didn't catch that. Whether it's installing a package, editing code, or anything else related to your project, I'm here to help.
What is MOA? Let me reduce the sound for a second.
It seems like you might have missed part of your question or command. Could you please provide more details or clarify what is refers to? Are you asking for information about a specific topic, function, or concept related to MOA? If so, please provide additional context or details so I can assist you accordingly.
MOA. What is MOA? It's gonna put it like MO. Mower.
The term mower can refer to several different things, depending on the context. 1. Lawn mower. In the most common usage, a mower refers to a machine used for cutting grass in gardens and lawns. Lawn mowers come in various types such as gas-powered, electric, cordless, or manual push models. 2. Software tool. In the context of software development or data analysis, a mower might be a term used informally to describe a tool. MOA stands for Minimal Operations Assistant. It's described as an AI coding assistant integrated into a project management system, designed to assist users with Python projects. No speech detected. Here are some key features of MOA. 1. Project management. MOA helps manage Python projects by providing functionalities like installing packages, editing code, and debugging issues. 2. AI integration. It leverages artificial intelligence. No speech detected. Sorry, I didn't catch that. No speech detected.
I'm gonna need to fix this and fix it on first. First trick is Now I'm gonna be saying to you what are the tricks actually to fix this. We're gonna actually, because I've been in this issue before and I fixed it in the model with React Native. We're actually using Node.js and using LM like a backend server. It was actually literally good, but wasn't that effectiveness. So the way we can fix the voice, like I said, you have the first thing, you will still have a problem because you need to filter the voice of the AI coming from the speaker, which is going to be a hard thing to do. Filter the words and match them to ignore, which also is going to take a while. Fix it. Another fix, it's like to put your your headphones actually. If you have headphones and you put headphones and you speak, so the speaker wouldn't be interfering actually with the voice coming up from the machine. The issue is always the speaker. So we gonna do a recognition functionality that recognize the AI machine voice or the AI machine and take it out of the context. Otherwise, will not fix this debug issue of conversation mode. So I'll let you guys catch up with you. Enjoy your day.